What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm on Twitter, right? And I happen to come across two women that's speaking on the same subject. I might just start speaking on things that I seen on Twitter, topics that were trending. Not trying to really necessarily be like all of the other guys that's in the YouTube space right now, but a lot of interesting topics come up on Twitter. So yeah, I'm on Twitter. I see these two women that's speaking about men that tell their women that they prefer, natural hair and natural bodies and things like that. Simple women. Men prefer simplicity in their women. But when they're behind their back, when they go and cheat, or when they're, scrolling Instagram, giving likes and things like that, their interest shows in the polished women. You know what I'm saying? The women that are all made up, the women that have the expensive hairdos, the women that wear the designer, the women that's, the women that you'll see taking trips, the women that you'll see in the sections with the exciting men, chasing the men with power. You know what I'm saying? The women that we consider 9s and 10s and hoes and things like that. So women see that and they feel like it goes against everything that men told them that they like, that they want. My question is, can men like something and want something else? Like, can men like all of the exciting things, all of the things that gives him a dopamine rush, but just want something subtle? Is there a crime in that? Is that wrong? I mean, women do it, and I'm not trying to put a blame here, but we share similarities in some cases. We just do things differently. And I think women usually expect men to think and move the way that women think and move. Like, women expect men to have a type and stick to that type. Like, when a woman likes someone, they usually reserve themselves for what they like. You know what I mean? So if a man tells you that he wants subtle women, there's usually a reason for that. Okay? So, like, yeah, women that's like alarmingly sexual and very attractive. When I say very attractive, I mean like just like alarming all men to just come to them and like lust for them. Those kind of women are wanted by default usually. Usually men want them, but they just want to experience them, right? They're a fantasy. Men want them for entertainment. They're the entertainment. And for some reason, women see that and feel like men want to remain attached to that. And it's not the case. Men just want to be entertained by those kind of women. That is what they're good for. They don't necessarily want to be seen out with them. They don't want to be with them every day. They're the entertainment. So like when he likes a basic woman, a woman that's natural, and let's get another thing straight. Natural does not mean less than. Okay? When a man says that he likes a woman with a natural body versus a woman that's got enhancements done to her body, he's not saying that he doesn't like that woman's body that has enhancements. He's just saying he would rather his woman have the look that woman that got that enhancement body from. He would rather have the woman that got that body naturally. Like, However that woman that's enhanced looks, he would rather have that naturally if the woman can achieve that, whether it's natural or she went and worked out in the gym for it. Whatever the case, if she's athletic, he would rather have a woman that has a lustrous body naturally versus a woman that paid $10, $20, $30,000 to get her body to look the way it does. Versus the woman that has to be at the nails at the salon weekly to attain that look. He would rather a woman have it naturally. But the main thing is he wants modesty attached to him. Like when he's thinking about the long run, the long term, he's thinking about an image. Now, image doesn't necessarily solidify anything, but from afar, people will view that and have a certain perception of it. You understand? So like that modest woman, he can go around people that he highly respects and get their approval. You know, people like his family members, his elders, other elderly people in the community, people in high places in business. He can go around these people and get a respectful approval from these people with the modest, presentable woman. But if he comes around them with the attractive woman that's like highly sexually, that gives off this dopamine rush of lust, you know what I mean? Those same people are gonna look at her and look at him with disgust. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't even necessarily mean that she's the way that they're thinking, but they're gonna think it. And one thing men don't like is to be looked at and judged with disgust because of something that's attached to them. Okay? However, he may bring that highly attractive woman around men that he sees less than them, men that he views as losers, younger men. You know what I mean? He may bring her around and flex on them. So they both serve a purpose. However, men want the woman that's going to make them look good and make them feel good. We can't always have both. And I think that's where the issue lies. And that's with men and women. Like a lot of us want everything in one. Sometimes we can't have it. You know what I mean? So sometimes we have to choose what we want versus what we need. And a man that's going to say that he wants his woman natural is not letting his wants be louder than his needs. That woman is for his needs, not for his entertainment. And I think a lot of women place too much stock in being the entertainment. They want to be desired the way he desires those women that he's putting her above, because he goes behind their back and messes with them. They want to be desired on that level. And it's okay if you're not. That's one box that they're checking off versus all the boxes that you may check off. Okay, he's not valuing that. He's going to that for entertainment. Women typically do the same thing. Women have a certain kind of guy that they just want to play with. They don't necessarily want to stay with him. And usually that's because of his characteristics. The same with a guy that's dealing with HOEs. You know what I mean? If he had his way, he could stay with that kind of woman. But he wants to play with her for sure. You know what I mean? But their characteristics just won't allow that to happen. Those people are to be passed around. Those people use sex as a weapon. Those people use sex as a stepping stool. Whatever the case may be, they use it. And they use it often. They use it with different people. So the way that they live is going to go against everything that you may need. You need a woman that's going to be here for you, that's going to cater to you and only you. Same with, what a woman needs from a man. And these people usually take advantage of how much they're lusted, of how good their sex is. They take advantage of that, and they're everyone's fantasy. They're multiple people's fantasy. They're not to be kept. So yeah, they're gonna be here for the people that's creeping in the dark, looking for a little excitement, a little entertainment, a little fantasy. They're gonna be here for those people. They serve that purpose. A woman that's looking for a husband is not gonna stay with the same man that she lusts for because of the nature of his lifestyle. She's gonna get, I don't want to call him dull, but he's gonna be a lot more he's gonna be subtle, just like I said about the women. He's gonna check all those boxes, those other boxes that she needs. And a man has to learn to be okay with that too. If you don't check that sex box, that big D box, that highly attractive box, that's okay. If you're here for the needs, that's more important than being lusted for. It's more important, because all that is for a feeling. All that is for a dopamine rush. All right? And dopamine rushes are not needed. That is a satisfaction fix. That is something that can lead you to destruction. So, if your man is behind your back more than he's facing you, he's not needed. He's where he wants to be. And what he wants is obviously that feeling. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's putting that over you, but he's tipping the scale with it. So you need to just leave him to be where he's at. Okay? But when men say that they prefer natural over, the cosmetically made up, the Instagram likes and all of that, the attention, he's basically going with the better decision. That woman that's like that, she gets all the attention. She's getting people beating down her door, her DMs, everything, trying to get to her. That's a lot that he has to fight. And a lot of times, they're going to take advantage of that. So it goes against what he needs. He may want to keep that, but he knows he can't. And it's not even a self-esteem thing. It's just the nature of her behavior. Either way, your needs gotta be louder than your wants. It has to be. It has to be. So if he has a type, doesn't mean that he only has one type. He may like you and he may like something completely different. But if he's choosing you, you're obviously more important than what he wants. Like you can't put so much stock in being lusted and being the entertainment, the fantasy. You can't put all your stock there, because that doesn't love, it doesn't make a house a home. It doesn't clothe and feed your children. You know what I mean? It doesn't last. That's for a feeling, temporary feeling. That's for deception. It's just not, it's not needed. So if a man needs you, appreciate that. If he's looking elsewhere, yeah, check that. But don't take that as he's pretending that he wants you or wants something else. He's just feeding his feeling more than what he actually needs. And that's where you need to clarify. You know what I'm saying? When he tells you he has a type and you fit that, whatever the case, and you notice that he's dipping somewhere else, you need to check with him, like, what's more important, what you need or what you want? Where do you want to be for sure? Are you more addicted to this feeling, or do you have a real goal that you're trying to reach? I mean, check that. I feel like I'm starting to ramble on. I hope I made a point. But like I said, if I do continue to start back on this YouTube thing, I'll probably be basing it off of topics that I seen on Twitter that I feel like should be clarified or, touched on and elaborated on. So, till next time, y'all be easy.